a second to save here. Yep, this was it. 14 hours and 10 minutes into our adventure. The system's pretty basic compared to like most CRPGs though, so like I don't mind it. Easy enough. Okay. To the bridge. I assume this area is gonna be mostly peaceful. Like it
Not a
should be
problem.
peaceful. Yeah. As you near, you feel vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul, voiced from its past, seemed called out to you. Reach out. You see a ship being tossed about in a storm-ravaged sea. The swells rise and fall, carrying the ship with them as it were a toy. This man stands on the deck of the helm of the ship while water whips around him. The crew moves about frantically, trying to keep the chaos under control. He barks orders at them, pointing where to go and giving each one a task. The men, while still visibly distressed, seem to calm down when they are given the orders. He instructs the helmsman to resume his duties at the wheel and rushes to the aid of the crewman who is struggling with a rope attached to one of the sails. The ship crests a wave, going almost vertically in one direction and then immediately again in the other direction. Several of the crew are thrown from their feet, sliding across the deck as the ship is rocks. Ship is rocks? Okay. After the swell passes and the ship returns to a relatively normal orientation, the man quickly scans the deck, counting silently. No one has been lost this time, thankfully. He looks in the direction that they're headed, seeing no reprieve from the storm in sight. His jaw squared and his upper lip stiffened. He returns the helm and takes the wheel again. You just gotta know the systems. This guy's got a cool helmet. Zoran Zinnius Kavik. You see a flare of matted white hair and an incandescent freeze fire staff before you see the man, cold and wild. He chews a wizened apple slowly, discharging spell after spell into the jumble of villagers screeching their way towards him. Cold flames vent from his nose, and apple seeds shoot out the side of his mouth as he saunters forward, ignoring arrows and curses alike. A deliberate twist of his staff, and a bullet of force glides through the torso of one assailant, and another. A roar blisters his throat as he launches himself into their midst, tearing into their essence with his staff. A pleading hand reaches out towards him and quickly falls, ignored. Silence takes hold as the tattered man gathers his prize, a basket of pears. He hums as he eats. Okay, so he's a psychopath. Interesting. Too bad I can't recruit him. Welcome to Defiance Bay. But watch yourself in our city, understand? Nah, I'm good. Okay, so I need to go... Is it Ondra's gift? I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go.
Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Ooh. The city's kind of falling apart. Got it. Where are we supposed to go, though? Temple of Wodika. We don't see it here. So, Pernish, Children's House, Gurvinge, Olive, Catacombs, Goose and Fox. Guess we go to the First Fire or Breckenridge. Yeah, let's do First Fire. My guess, but let's ask around. Maybe they'll tell us.
Defiance Bay. If ever there was a dry field in need of a cleansing flame.
Animancers have brought it. Yet they duck. Crucibles. What?
How do you do?
Rowan's arms are crossed and his mouth is set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protester. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up. New in town, eh? You picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding legacies know better here. It's the Animancer. Mogrins scorch them, and they nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though, as us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. What are you doing out here? He gestures to the crowd, which buzzes with angry chatter. Trying to get folks to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. What do you know about Animancy? It's the study and manipulations of essence, which any sane person will tell you is purview of the gods. The Adrians, at least, had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only thing you can say about them. It's not like magic chanting or the soul reading those ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Inguithan times, which is why you'll see Animancers tinkering with old Inguithan artifacts. Anna raises his fist to cough discreetly. Half-truths all. But he's an enthusiastic performer, I'll give him that. Shakes his head. Trouble is, the Animancers got no idea what half of those artifacts actually do. Not that they'll admit it. Tell me about the dozens. Taps his chest. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influences of Animancers and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sort, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preamble nobles in training these days. Oh man, this is slightly topical. His eyes gleam, and we're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. You have an interest in hearing more? Stop by Adamant's Den sometime. The Expedition Hall. A lot of free thinkers in there. Can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the Animancers want you to believe. Might even be some paid work there for motivated types. I'd like to know more about Defiance Bay. This is the capital of Free Palatina of the Deerwood. We started out as the capital of Adrian Colony, but we booted the Flaccid Scepter from these lands 150 years ago. These days, we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world, but some of us, anyway, strive to hold the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. And the city is divided into 5 districts: Copperland, First Fires, Andra's Gift, Brackenbury, and the Heritage Hall. Tell me about First Fire. That's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politician panders. We'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace, the Valian Embassy, and the Crucible Keep. He shakes his head. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they just strut peacocks with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads up their asses. There's an old temple of Wodka there too. We keep it real nice for her, he winks. Okay, farewell. That's what I needed to know. Don't really care about your revolution. What was that den, though? Goose and Fox. Ah, here it is. I'm kind of curious. So there's work. Where there's work, there's quests. Where there's quests, there's experience. And possibly loot. Most importantly, loot. Indeed. I forgot I picked this up. Oh, that's right. It's not that good. Okay. We will sell it eventually. I have a lot. Major regeneration. Craft 2. You don't really need it right now, but if I run into trouble, I'll definitely craft some stuff. Oh, I get XP for discovering places. Nice. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Let's check out the marketplace. No, I don't need to talk. Reach into everyone's soul.
Greetings.
Ingram stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean. But he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look. You won't find any finer collections of armory and weaponry in Defiance Bay, outside of Sunilds, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. Let's see what you have for sale. What you got, buddy? Okay. Lost Things Reach, two-handed. This is a pike. Lady's Hand. Scepter. Charging way too much for these, buddy. Probably actually the right price, but I don't have the money for it yet. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hold up.
Gods keep you.
Well, what's so special about Sunilds? She operates in the expedition hall, jerks his thumb over her shoulder, sells the best equipment in the city, but Wenin keeps her on a short lease. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for the chartered expeditions, members of the dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. Okay, expedition hall. See what we have for sale. Okay. Expedition hall sounds like a place I want to visit. Get rid of all of this junk. Man, these don't sell for much. A bunch of those. I was using this. Using that either. Just keep these. And I don't sell these. Have one of those. Now for the gear. Okay. Still can't afford your stuff. This is why we must visit this hall and see if they have work. And I'm guessing this guy just has mats.
Well met, friend.
Your wares. Yeah, stuff for food. You sell potions.
Good day to you.
Yep, potions and scrolls and rings. Okay. 14. Trying to keep mental inventory of where I can buy better gear.
The dozens may not like us foreigners much, but they certainly don't mind taking our coin.
What is this? A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup wandering in, I see. Just now the Bane's giant slayer run things around here, and you'll be fine. Never heard of him. His eyes narrow. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around. There's a reason the Giant Slayer gets the lion's share. Remember that. Voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Ben. You gonna do your job or talk about it? Jaw tightens. Win is right. The coin ain't going to collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chain towards the door. See you around, pup. Oh. Oh yeah. Definitely see you around, buddy.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
Rough-looking man glances at you as he scans the mercenaries milling around the room. I'm looking for work. Well, tell me about the dozens. When his expression becomes serious and the timbre of his voice deepens, good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who come before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditions in Direwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. Our roots? The Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Deerwood freedom 150 years ago, but we're the ones who protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Waidwen at Evan Dewar Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Waidwen wound up on the bridge. 7 men, 5 women. They walked out of Holgat Citadel and faced down a god, held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. It's not Waidwen, it's his damned legacy. The damned soul butchers and the Brackburnberry making things worse on all of us. Probably causing the whole thing, one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defend Deerwood once, and we'll do it again. What else do you need? I'm looking for
Go
work.
see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Well, Audrin. Okay, where's this Audrin guy? Osric or Audrin? Osric.
For the
You.
last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
Language. I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Although, he sizes you up, I do have something I need done. Something that requires competence. He glances sidelong at the adventurer flailing away helplessly at the dummy. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Why don't you just go ask for it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
It doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights was your choice.
You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
What's this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
See what I can do.
And it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forager in Andra's gift right after his after having his soul lineage read by Cypher in Dunrid Row. Did you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there? Well, drinks on me. Having his soul lineage read?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Okay. If generation of Mossix... Oh, Signy scratches the back of her head. If generation of Mossix traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, past like that has to count for something. Alright, very well. Alright. Let's go to the temple first of Boudica, and then we can...
You must have seen some amazing sights on your way north.
Delamar Row.
Sure. Pirate cities floating in the archipelago. The mountain halls of these...
Okay, Ozark training, the Expedition Hall, and Copperland told me the breastplate would be... Okay, so we need to be going to First Fires anyways.
I hope you do.
First Fires. Alright, quick save, and what's going on in my keep? Thing to report. Ooh, it's completed. Okay. No, but this isn't. Western Barracks. 2 days and 6 hours to go. Dougal Place, Crucible Keep, Hunter's Gift, Heritage Hill, Missy, Temple. Where is this thing? It's Crucible Keep. The temple's right out the door. So let's do this, and then we'll go take care of this Temple of Boudica thing. Guy lied about it being taken care of.
Good day, stranger.
Aldemar gives you an appraising eye. Judging the scars on his face, he's lucky to be able to do as much. Every day we get more of the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. Keep us busy on the watch, it does. You look like you recently arrived yourself. Who are you? Soldier of the Crucible Knights, and I'm proud of it. I help keep everything running at the keep so the commanders, Cliver, can focus on more important matters. Looking for something, or just knocking the dirt off your boots? What goes on in the Crucible Keep? This is the headquarters of the Crucible Knights, so it's where we store arms and armor, as well as where many of our soldiers bunk. Commander Cliver is in the back, making plans, as usual. He scratches his scar cheek. You'll find the forge to the west of the building, along with our mastersmith, Dunstan. There's a shrine to Golem if you're praying type. Tell me about the Crucible Knights. We're the defenders of Defiance Bay. We're not exactly a formal knighthood, but don't tell Commander Cliver I said that, he grins. We were the first organized militia to oppose Adrian rule, and today we're the largest force in the city. Our soldiers undergo years of combat training, and our officers are required to have their souls read by the critter out in Durnyard Row. What's this about Durnyard Row? Just a requirement of the Crucible Knights, so the higher-ups know there's nothing messy built in our past souls. Keeping the ranks pure is fine by me. I just wish they were careful in hiring their ciphers. What's wrong with their ciphers? Alden regards you a moment, his expression souring. I'll say it plain. Orlins aren't suited for that work. Hostility is their nature, and it's hard for them to overcome it. He crossed his arms. All I'm saying is that the cipher ought to be supervised by other folk. Reasonable enough, that is. Glad to see you were so well regarded by the city's protectors. Don't give me that. It'd be better for everyone in the long run. Fewer incidents mean kids get along better. I'm just speaking truth. Nowadays seems like the worst crime of all. That's all. Okay, so where's this Wonderful Keep? Barracks, Archives, Forge, Forum. Archives are where? Here? Let's go into the archives. Keeper of the Army was once the officer who expelled him. What's his name again? Sorry, I'm looking for Penhelm. Close the door. Close that door. I'm gonna do a quick save just in case I get caught. Penhelm's affidavit. My. Current, a cipher duly employed by the Dinrid Row, does hereby certify no Todd A.M. Penhelm has been found to have a soul free of subversion, influence, or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with Dinrid Row and signed by both Penhelm and Curran. Whoopsie. In my sticky little fingers.
I'll give it a try, at least. As requested.
Take one of these. Edict of arrest. The edict calls for the arrest of Aaron, whose recent actions have led to the death of a Knight of the Crucible. It's requested report any information on Justice Aldemar. It signs the Commander Cliver. Oh, we will pick that up. Pick this up. Okie doke. So we need to find the Dunred Row. Which is not in here. Shrine, War Room, Barracks, Forge. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Berry. I wonder. Check out Breckenberry and see if it's there. I'm gonna travel around the city real quick, looking for Dunwood Row. Sanitarium. House Demenel, Charred Bear, Remnant Manor. Nope. Okay, we move on. Didn't even check the last place to see if it was in there. Oh well. We might as well check out the city anyways. Get a feel for it. Salty Mist, Wolfric house, Wood's
In
house,
Jacoa,
Abandoned
we have
house.
a memorial for the Saints' War. They say a Rawatai artillery master contributed to the Godhammer bomb. I wondered I
Wondered what?
course. You want Rawatai to be a part of this history. Crow about how your people helped the Deerwood. Maybe your Ranganui lied,
Alaska.
Amawa.
Wanted. Okay, that's under my thing. The Edict of Arrest. I'm finding Aorn.
On second thought, I'll ask anyone else.
Courtesan. Nice. Lady of the Night, I see. Okay, I can't go this way. Okay. Ducal place. Where's this Direwood place? Unless it's... There's Direford Village. Is that where I have to go? Or Deerwood Village? Catacombs. Dunrid, bro, is what I'm looking for. Dunrid. Careful. Fredericks. Holmes. I didn't miss it, did I?
I've never
Barrel.
been to Nasitak. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make some.
I'm gonna go in here and see if anyone has any info. And Noble. Noble.
Gods keep you.
Are there any adventures that I could hire? Let's see. Room. Show me your menu. Who are you? Is this your place? It is my retirement. He thumps the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell off use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from a great uncle who had never had any luck pawning it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind, and kids from districts come to mingle. We got a few rough types too, but they behave. Besides, there's coin as good as anyone else. Okay, you don't have any info. Take a look for... Bandit, bandit, bandit. Bandit leader. Had a little chat with my associates. Okay. Understudy. The young elf is dressed in a gaudy robe and that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavily broke sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it. If that's what you're here about, save yourself the trouble. He puffs his chest and glances at the exit. What are you talking about? You have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Cyril's courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Ondra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, and send him her way. They have a good time, and Cyril takes her fee. And a little extra. 100 copper here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything missing. That's dishonest. He narrows his eyes. Surviving. He points a finger and one ruby ring catches light. The nobles have more wealth than they can hang on to. Why should they keep it? Anyways, we always split the bounty until a week ago. He squeezed his lips into a tight frown. She takes a necklace off some noble. An Ingwithan medallion. Damn near priceless. The relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I can afford. He tugs at the gold chain around his neck. Even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. Angry furrows. That's a hard thing. Tell me more about this situation. He picks at the sleeve. What do you want to know? What makes the medallion so important to you? I grew up in Eris Glanfield with the Shattered Spear clan. We Glanfellans have protected Ingwithan ruins for thousands of years. It's one duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. He fidgets with an emerald on the ring on his pinky. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Most of my clanmates scattered to the towns around Deerwood and probably live on the crust of bread. He looks at his embroidered robes with disgust. Restoring this medallion to the ruin would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spirit could go home. This is all rather fascinating. A single medallion earned the gods' favor, and so return home. It rather reminds me of a story I heard somehow. I still don't understand why you can't take your money and return to Eric Glenfeth. He sighs, arching his neatly plucked eyebrow. Of course I could, but that's not the point. A community isn't a palace. It's a connection to history and meaning. Make a circle with his wrist, like an anchor. Defending the ruins for the gods gave us purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Smile slowly, then you know what it's like. How to care for something you can't explain. Tell me about Cyril. She's a courtesan in the Salty Mast, over in Andrea's Gift. She wasn't born too much, but she's done what she has in order to escape that. Gazed at a string of amber beads around his wrist. She's a good friend. He folds his arms in his trailing wrinkly sleeve. Without her, I'd probably be living hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattered Spear. But this isn't about her or me. About 40 people in my clan in the way of life we held for generation. Well, I wanted to ask. I'll see about the medallion. I'll find her at the Salty Mass. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying. They have to go through Maya. If it's just with sleeves. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Don't plan on. Okay. He's super fancy. And a thief. My plan is to punish him at somehow. For his thievery. Okay. I don't know where this... place they want me to go is. Dunrid Row. Don't know where that is. Not on the maps. Anyways, let's go take care of this situation. Doing a lot of talking, not a lot of fighting. Okay, so that's the Salty Mast. I feel like I'm missing it somewhere that's easy to find. This one. So I have to buy a prostitute in order to talk to her. Boy, this is... Talk about art imitating life. Grab his purse. Oh man. What's this all about? Noble. Man's fancy clothes are ripped, and blood flows from a fresh cut above his eyes. He tries to push himself up, but his arm's shaking. He winces painfully. Help him up. Thank you, he gasps and he raises his head. My head. What happened? He carefully dabs the blood nose with a silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretched out one leg, grimacing at his scraped knee. It's a rough part of town, but the rabble has never been violent. Even a night with Ikali isn't worth this. He limps away. Seems like some thieves I gotta lay down the law with.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in here.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
Milan, Oberyn.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. The Amara woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if wary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You're looking for trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? Frown ripples across her blue facial marking. It's that's the kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have been taking to harassing my hardworking boys and girls. And our customers, they started showing up after the rash Hallowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. Sounds like some bandits need fighting. She looks up and down, scratching her chin. I've been looking for someone to help me clean things up around here. Knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Aver to bother with us commoners in the gift. I'd just as soon not deal with the bureaucracy anyways. Tell me how I can help. Mayor draws you closer. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me These aren't random incidents. She placed one large finger on her chest. Put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a nice way to thank you, she winks. Got me? Beginning glances over at Kenna. Cover your ears, lad. Can I? I've got questions. Shoot. What do you know about these attacks? She waves a hand at the door. You only have to step outside to see it yourself. Those thugs out there just waiting to cause trouble for anyone coming or going. She sizes you up. Maybe they would have let you pass, however. Tell me about your business. She rubs the back of her head. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all the trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. She nods at you and lowers her voice. You help me out, and I'll see about getting you a special discount. Okay. Can I ask you about something else? I assume she's talking about alcohol. Knowing grin warps across her blue mark. Now, just what can I do for a strapping lad like yourself? I feel like I should wait to ask her about this. Because if I make her happy, then maybe I'll get a better response with this. Okay. Let's do supply and demand first, and then we'll come back asking about what's her name, Daryl. Because then I can see her at a discount, maybe, or for free. I can go back, give that guy his thing. Or, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Maybe the owner of the Salty Mist wants me to stop the thugs harassing clients. Of course, she suspects someone is organizing them. Where would I find these? What do we have here? Another tourist and gift. He nods to his shifty-eyed companion. Let's give him a proper welcome. Let's talk this through. He draws a sharpened blade. I'm afraid you're missing the point, friend, in dialogue. Bro, this is going to be the last thing you ever do. Very unfortunate for you. Very unfortunate for you. Alright, let's take over this harassing thug in the back.
Ready, Watcher.
Can't see him. Doesn't matter. She can wound him. You go after him.
Yeah?
Yeah, everyone's going after that guy.
Yes?
Do I want to do song 1 or 2? Oh, I think he sings them A, B, and then okay, that's fine.
What?
Keep singing your stuff. Man, we did not heal or rest. Should probably do so coming up.
Oh,
Our party is not fighting the way I want to fight, so we're gonna do this. Am I hearing my dog? They are.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah, we took over this harassing thug. She needs to do this.
Ready when you are.
He's fine for now. Why can't I cast this yet?
Oh?
Following your lead.
Okay. She has just
Hey there.
moved beyond. I think she's attacking this guy, so she can hit all 3 of these. How's the dog doing? Not so well.
what?
What are you doing? Oh, you should switch weapons. Then attack.
Following your lead.
Okay. She's dropped that.
Following your lead.
Doubt we're gonna even have time for this to come out, but there we go.
Brave thou Philar Phili.
Is there any information? We got a key. Rusty brown key. Dropped a key that looks like it belongs to a house in Ondra's gift.
Not a problem.
Like how I got attacked by the thugs and I just left him naked and dead in the street. Let's try this abandoned house. I think there's like 2 abandoned houses, yeah. It's 1, 2, 3 that I should check. Go to this one first. Addict. Yeah, these aren't the guys I'm looking for. What are you doing in this place? This is our place. Wonder what they're addicted to. Because it looks like they're addicted to sleep, which I can completely understand. And in house number 2. Hold up. None of you guys are the people I'm looking for, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rope coils around the chair, feels painful and scratchy. Water in the pail is murky with blood. Place doesn't look great.
I'll take a look.
Had firewood. I'm missing? Guess not. This is a very shady part of town. Okay, let's try the ramshackle house. Alien Trading Company and then Otis House? Lighthouse. Ah, we found it. Bandits hideout. Right in the middle of the city. Any spam calls really suck, especially when I'm actually waiting for real calls. Okay. Quick F5 here before we fight these dudes.
Greetings.
Afer wears a defiant expression and sturdy yet battered suit of armor. She seems to bear each scratch and ding with pride. You don't look like one of the knights. Can I help you with something? I'm here about the trouble at the Salty Mast. Arnie Kith are angry, as they should be with the crooked Amma totting up to the nobles, she sneers. She's using the tragedy of Waden's legacy to line her pocket. She's no better than the Adrian overlords who we drove out 200 years ago. May has made it so only the rich can afford her establishment, yet she sits on the poorest district of Defiance Bay. How's that right? We've taken matters in our own hands. but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? Maya might be making a fortune, but her employees aren't. You're hurting them even more. I haven't thought about it that way, her old patron sag. I guess there's no point to this, is there? She looks at the thugs standing around her, finally nod. Tell Mello we'll leave her alone. Aww. That's not the ending I wanted. Well, we're stealing your fruit. Or whatever's in this. We're stealing your cheese.
Margaret's fire.
You take
casts
that.
light in dark places.
See, I'm supposed to be a nice guy, so I want to end everything peacefully, but took their cheese, so I feel better.
God's damn that son of a cool.
Excuse me, I'm walking here, and that was just, yeah. The angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out towards the harbor, glimmering golden eyes. Eventually, sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head towards you.
Want to run a down on its luck Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
She clenches her jaw and continues quietly.
As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
What's going on exactly?
Exactly. If I knew that, I'd be in a better mood. The only thing I know exactly is that Mestre Versano is determined to wind up in a grave before the season turns.
Okay. The woman looks back at the warehouse for a moment and grimaces. After a slight nod in your direction, she storms off.
You don't
Oh, that
usually
about?
grace me with your flattery, priest. What merits this attention?
All Rawatai's history is war.
Here, we'll talk to Leanna in a little bit, but for now, I want to go finish one mission, because I'm already, like, branching off into a million different missions. But what if I forget about this mission? Okay, I'm going to go in and I'll talk to her. We'll just ignore this mission for now.
Gods keep you.
Welcome, this is their first Valiant Trading Company. Is it not? Please let me know how I can assist you. Young woman stands behind the counter, watching you with quick, intelligent eyes. What is this place? The Valiant Trading Company is associated with merchants from Valiant republics. We oversee trade deals and negotiations on behalf of our merchants. She gestures towards the door on her right. This is our warehouse, where we store goods in transit. You have more business to discuss? Who are you? I'm the assistant manager of the warehouse currently. I help Rosano run things, but I'll take over when he retires, or when the company bosses back home decide it's time for a new management. She rolls her eyes. Farewell. Is he in here? Does not look like he's here. Okay. Here he is. Man stands in the corner of the warehouse, directing traffic. Gems wink from the many rings on his finger as he points and waves at the laborers. His silk clothes, though finely embroidered, aren't new. You notice a couple of mended seams around his shoulder and a discreet patch on one elbow. When he sees you, he throws his arms wide in expansive welcome. Greetings! You have come to the warehouse and headquarters of Valiant Trade Company. He consults a pocket watch. Some of the gold filigree has chipped away. But you are late. I sent word to the Expedition Hall yesterday. This delivery cannot wait. He snaps the watch shut. What delivery? He tugs at his beard. I must assume then that you are not from the company. I contacted at the Expedition Hall. He waves his hand. But you are here, and they are not. There's a bag of bitter squash seeds, which are prized for the medical properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do not know their value. Seems simple enough. Why ask me? Brown distorts the meticulous goat. My own couriers have been robbed and beaten these past weeks. It would seem some of my competition resents my success. In any case, you're our known associate. You would be left alone, and if not, he shrugs and grins. You look like you can handle yourself. And as for your integrity, I suppose I will have to trust you, as you will have to trust my assurance that you won't find a buyer outside of my contact. I'll do it. Claps his hands together. Excellent. Now deliver a package to a man named Gareth at the Goose and Fox in Copper Lane. You will know what to do with it. He slips a bag of pebble seeds in your hand. Return to me when you are done, and I shall see to your payment.
Good day to you.
Better deliver the package. No business such as this best concludes quickly. Okay, who was the feathered woman? You must mean Pelagina. She's a paladin in the employ of Valen Embassy, he chuckles. She's a good soldier, but not so good at taking orders. Too hot-tempered, I'm afraid. She seemed angry. He laughs then. This is no surprise. She's hot-headed, a woman in a brotherhood of paladins and touched by the gods in an unusual way. Oh, that's sad. Something else I can help you with? Farewell. Okay, so I got that quest. I'm going to put it to the back of my mind, because we got to take care of the whorehouse first. Brothel. Got to take care of the brothel. All the while looking for an Aor character and Dernwood Row. Those are two things that I've not seen yet. Okay. There are a lot of brothel guards.
Well met, friend.
I talked to the ringleader. She agreed to leave you alone. My brow ridges rise. Well, that's a welcome surprise and one worth celebrating. Take some copper and enjoy yourself. Her smile winds, and if you choose to have fun here, enjoy my special discount. You gain 600 copper and 2160 experience. Total quest experience 3240. Might as well have a drink or two. Seems like a good place as any to pick a few solid secrets, and our sundry diseases at that. Knowing Grin warps in her blue markings now, just what can I do for a strapping lad like yourself? There's someone here named Cyril. She laughs. You must be new in town, dearie. She's the only most sought after girl in the district. Want to spend time with her? Just ask. She's 1,000 for a night, but she's worth every pound. Or so, they tell me. Fancy go with her? She nudges in the ribs. I'll give a special rate of 500 to thank you for your help with my little problem. I'm really glad I helped her first, because this is what I was hoping for. Alright, I'd like a night with Cyril. You'll find her quarters upstairs. She's laying a large hand on your shoulder. Don't mind the burly fellow at her door. We're just there to make sure everyone has a good time. Just gonna go the roundabout way. Mind me, just looking for somebody. Old bills and receipts show amount paid to Mrs. Staff as well as expenses for ale, fish, and new linen. Whoops. Characters in order of appearance: Belmos, the Daughtry burglar; Torfel, the man of the house; Clanna, the lady of the house; Barfrin, the maid; Erbin, an important visitor. What's a play? Okay. Gonna do a quick save right here. Don't mind me. Minor regeneration. Those just accidentally fell in my pocket. Cannot be helped. And in tulips. Jeffa. Trunkard. It's a rather graphic declaration of affection for someone named Cyril. I like how I'm taking my whole party upstairs with me. Ooh, look at a collie go. Baldwin in the corner for the dudes. Or chicks. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge. You pick who you want. Hey Cyril, we're about to start some. Someone left their clothes here, yo.
Hail and well met.
Powder almost hides the circles under her eyes, and rouge dusts her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Cyril is beautiful. She favors you with a smile she must have practiced and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me ask you let me make you more comfortable. There's something I need to discuss with you. She runs a smooth finger along your neck, under your chin. Just tell me what you like. This is really... I assume she's doing this to my tank. It's extra if you want to bring someone else in, though. Well, I've got 5 other people with me, so... Your friend Thurston sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I, Cyril raises her chin. I offered him his half of the money, and he refused it. She crosses her arm and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? I really am sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did. Air Glenfith. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving it up just because Thristwin's suddenly gotten nostalgic. I'll buy it from you. He laughed. It's worth 6,000 pans. If I've got that kind of coin, I'll gladly help you spend it. Inkwith and relics are worth a lot less secondhand. You'll get more than 4,000 for this. Suppose you're right. If you can afford it, it's yours. Oh, dang it. This is going to be the nicest way out of it. Here you are. She cradles the bag of copper. I could be in the cottage in Breckenburg tomorrow. She looks hopeful at the medallion in her hand. I'm not going to tell you your business, but if you do mean to give that to Thristwin, it means a lot to me too. I hope he finds everything he's looking for back home. Gain Cyril's ring added to the inventory. She pulled a moonstone ring off her finger. Please take this. It's always given me an edge with people around here, but I'm done with this part of my life. Farewell. Hold on a second. Finally free of this place. Gotta pack things. I wasn't gonna sleep with her. It's not my character. He doesn't do that kind of thing. He's just a happy little +2 resolve. Give that to you. Actually, let's give it to my monk. What is this? Girl's ring. What did that just improve? Hold on. Did it improve anything here?